seen that Alice created a post in G2G about Wikidata and Wikitree. And he's comparing, he has more reports. One is report is comparing what we have in the category royalty with what we have connected to Wikipedia, Wikidata. So in Wikitree, we have 723 members in this category. Of those 723, 424 are connected with a profile in Wikidata. I hope to do the rest today. Alice has, or this week, Alice has created this report, royalty. So then we can compare full name, gender, birthday status, and that is if we are certain or not in Wikitree. Birth location. The difference here is still Wikitree doesn't have a location model that we have agreed about, and we have no validation. So it's what's in the birth location field in Wikitree is up to the writer. In Wikidata, they have a model where you say that this person is born at a specific location. So that's a big difference. And the birth location countries, we have the same problem. I think Alice is, quote, stealing the last part of the location and check if this is a country, and if it's a country, said this is the country. Better would be if we had a structured field for that. And the same problem we have with death location. Death date is just the text, and we have it as certain or not. And then he has father, mother categories. So if we look on one of those reports, we can see here that we have almost Duke Omnitra full name, and that's Wikidata. The Wikidata name is Q5250731. Wikidata is the backbone of Wikipedia. So if you go at the bottom of Wikidata, you can see in what Wikipedia you have articles. So if we go to the bottom and open in English, then it almost Duke. Then we have his article here. Don't know the status yet. Wikidata is rather young, but the plan is that if you update here 1070 or 1127, then so if you do edit source, then I'm logged in now, so I can edit, and then if you add birthday, death, date, here if you change it, then the plan is that this should update automatically Wikidata. If you are on an article in Wikipedia, you always have a Wikidata item. So if I go to the German here, then we have Wikidata data object. So it's the same Wikidata object, and that's Q250731. And if we jump to the bottom, you can see it has a link to Wikitree. So if we compare what magic has been done now, is that we have those two profiles, we have connected them, and the connection is that we have a Wikitree ID on this person. So we say that this person in Wikitree is the same person as this in Wikidata. And then we have different death dates, birth dates. And here we have the problem with Wikidata. Which one should we trust? Everyone can import to Wikidata, and then you can edit it and say this is the preferred one. And then you can add also sources. So this is about, so they have a sourcing circa, and that's the same as our about. So we say 775, here it is. Yeah, I don't know what should I. Death date, we have a difference. I think that we should be better than Wikidata every day in the week. And if we have a death date, we should have a source for it. You can add sources also in Wikipedia. You can update Wikidata. I have written articles in Wikidata and I have added sources. So here we can see on this person, which I don't know anything about, that he is. We have a family tree. Also Wikipedia, it's just Wikipedia references. Not much information we have. But here we have 1st of September fan, and they have 29. So this must be wrong, I think. That's the only, maybe this one says, no, it's also Wikipedia. So we have Wikipedia as the article, the reference, but we have the wrong date. '27. Russian, which one could that be? This is the Russian. Maybe they have other data. '1127. They have 1127. And then, if everything has been done correct, then 1st September 27 should be in this database. It is not. It's 29. But here we need more sources. I think we should have sources. And if we trust them, we should update Wikidata also. We can take a more person. Oh, this is just A. If I go back and check what he has done, he has posted in this G2G, is that we have this report. And he said that we can have more reports on categories. So he has taken all people in royalty and added them to this report. And if we look at Adolf Fredrik, then we have different names. Here we have the Swedish name, Kung av. They have Adolf Fredrik. If we check on the Wikidata object, we have different structure here. Wikidata support something called labels, and a label can be in more languages. So that makes it really difficult. We can see that we have the same date, we have the same here. Gottorp is just here, which is maybe not the best. They have Gottorp Castle. And we have a father of Holstein Prince, and here we have Holstein. And we have the same person as a father. Mother, we have the same mother. So they have this mother has a Wikitree ID. The name difference, but then you need to be skilled in how the naming is, which I'm not. And we can see category list of monarchs, royalty, house of Holstein. Here I think we should have P53. I will explain. So here is the sun, and here we have all the labels. So this is English, Norwegian, Swedish, Finnish, but we have much more. Oh, this looks wrong. In Arabic and so on. So they have different name forms support. So you can have, and this is also used if you use the mobile interface as a hat note, so you can see that you are on the correct page. And here we have children, but that's not checked by Alice, but here you have Ulrika. Louisa Spose, and Spose is not either in this list. But as said, this is the beta one, and if we will use it or not use it. Here we have also the dates, February 1771. The problem we have then, when they say place of death, they say Stockholm. But if you see, it's Q1754. And if we say place of birth, they say it's Q647987. And I hope we will also move in that direction. So if we look on this object has a country, it has coordinates, it has a administrative unit, and so on and so on. And they have images and so on. So location and also architecture style and so on, because it's a castle. And they also have reference to other sources. And my understanding, I'm not an expert of geographic naming, but this is a database where you can uniquely define items. So here is Schloss Gottorp, identified with this item here. So this is the same way we are saying that a person in Wiki3 is the same as a person in Wikipedia. You can do the same for locations, which is interesting, and that's the way I hope Wiki3 would like to move. And here you also have, for this location, you have articles. So then you can continue work, and then the best would be if we have then an object for this castle, and if that object could connect to Wikipedia, that would be excellent. So here you have a story of the house and some pictures. And all those pictures, when you click on them, you see what licenses it is. So if I click on more details, you see this is published, so you can share it, remix it, and so on. So we can use those pictures in our Wiki3, which is cool, I think. We could have a look on maybe another person where we have some differences. Here we have a differences. And as this could also be wrong connected, 15x1001, and here we have a date difference. The naming, I think, is that looks okay. But if we look at this person, we can see what kind of sources we have. We have Wikipedia as a search source, and here is just some imported, and this is also imported. Here we maybe have something which could be used. And we said 26 January. It takes too long time to understand. See if I can find some Swedish. That's my baby. Amalia of Sweden. Birth in Stockholm, 1805. And we have the same date, and we have This looks odd. We have a number, but maybe it's correct. No, it's correct. This is the internal number of him, and we have the same name. And what we can see, Oldenburg, we don't have a country on it. We have a date. We are certain. We have different naming. So maybe they don't have the full name. Question is, if we look at the name, and naming, I think naming is complex in Wikidata, and they have the possibility to have different parts in the name, but I think they don't use it so much. Here we have Amelia of Sweden as the English word, and given name we have Amalia, and maybe the stat one we should compare with. Father, sister, date of birth. Or we should show more. Here we have Amalia av Sverige. They call it in Swedish. Yeah. So this is the name forms they have. I think the one we are using here is that we are using the English one, Amalia of Sweden. And this is the correct one. Carl Gustav, that's our king today. Here we have the problem that this profile is have a privacy law, so we can't see if he's born. I think that's wrong for a person like our king. Everyone knows he's born. It's no secret, and we will never add a secret here. Wikitree ID looks that we have the same, and so on. The naming is a problem again. Here we have also that we have a better castle in Wikitree. I will go to Krakow tomorrow. That's cool. Hope I will go and visit some church. Here we have Krakow again. So here we have a something which is not okay. Here they say it's Åbo. Turku is Åbo. Finland. This is Sweden. Sigismund. So then we see if we check this person, do we have a problem or not? Also the spelling is different, but that could be correct. Here we have her, 1583. A little bit early for the Swedish records, I think. But here we also just use, that's the odd thing, that we just have Wikipedia source, and then we have difference between Wikipedia and us. Maybe it is that Wikipedia have different for different version. And so here I think we should add a source. I think this is too old to get good sources. But I hope it makes some sense. See if I can find any. Charles the 12th, 1880, death date Stockholm. Then maybe we can. But it's the same. We say certain, but we don't say birth location here, so that's a mistake, I think. 748. See if I can find it. The problem with Stockholm is that it has more parishes, and I don't know if the king is in one of them. So then we should have a parish record. There we have Stockholm, Haga. I think Haga could be a good one because that's a little bit outside where the king lived. And then what did they say? 748. Def location. Maybe we should take def location, it's easier. Def 1880. 1880, 1810, 1813. That means end. 1817. 1818. February. February 15, February 23. I don't know where the kings are. Maybe they all have special books. This is not at least the king, for sure. Maybe I'm stupid. Oh, now we get more. Now we get too many, I think. You shouldn't search on Stockholm. You should check for the county Stockholm. Riddarholmen, that's in the middle of Stockholm. Death. 1807, that's bad. Birth. 748. See if we're lucky. But as I said, I have no skills in this. But Riddarholm is just a small part, and they have a church, the Riddarholm Church, that is in the middle 10. This is 1748. June. October, they say. November. Karl. November. 1007. September. I don't know where the kings are in what book. Maybe they are in some other books. Stockholm is complex. It was rather easy in the 1700, I think, or easier at least. And then everyone started moving to the big city in 1850. We can see what we have in the record here. But it looks, number is correct, date is correct. We don't have birth location here, which seems not good. And then we have the names here. We can see it's the same ID, same ID. So here we have her. Here we have some text at least. Not much sources. We have Find a Grave. And we have Populär Historia. It's a Swedish magazine. So this is what we can do, and the question is how Alice seems to have all the skills and more. do something good of this. And the question is, what will Wiki3 do and what will the category people do?